it's me. I've got the costumes, and the fake blood is brilliant. It's realer than real. We're going to scare the hell out of everyone. Listen, when you get this message, give us a call, yeah? Bye, darling. Well, well. Look who's back in town.
Thought she was in Spain.
So did I, sir.
And you actually saw her?
Yeah, it was her, all right.
Well, you got your work cut out there. Do you know what she's up to?
At the moment, it looks like protection rackets. I think Hashim has coughed up for them to mind his shop. Or he's fencing counterfeit DVDs for them. Either way, he hasn't got a clue what he's let himself in for.
And neither has PC Kent. The Radfords are notorious cop haters. We need to get him off that estate ASAP. He's not safe there.
If Irene's back, then her sons will have followed suit.
Right, well, I'll have a word with PC Kent. If you keep your eye on them, see if you can find out what they're up to.
They've obviously come back for a reason. And knowing the Radfords, it's not just for a bit of pocket money.
So? You in the mood for sharing yet?
It's as we thought. Big crime family's moved on to the coal lane. The Radfords. What?
The Radfords?
Yeah, I saw Irene earlier.
I thought they were in Spain.
Yeah, well, not anymore. Why, you know him?
Yeah. I knew Lenny.
Irene's old man. How come?
Remember when I told you that my dad got shot? Well, it was Lenny Radford who killed him.
Sorry, I didn't know.
You know, that family has never paid a price for my dad's murder.
Rob, Len Radford is dead.
Yeah. But the rest of his family is very much alive. He killed my dad. 13. You hear stories. Even now. The Radfords hated coppers. Didn't think twice about shooting my old man. Now they're living the high life. Walking around free.
Not all of them.
Nah. Not all. Len Radford is dead. SO19 did a good job in my book.
No, I think a lot of people would agree with you there. Apart from the immediate family, not many tears were shed when they killed him.
Yeah, but the rest of the family are walking around as if nothing ever happened. Something happened to me that night. I understood my dad was never coming back. Ever. You know, I thought it was my fault. Oh, I felt guilty. And guilt turned to anger. Anger at my dad for not being there. Anger at the Radfords for making me this way. I swore I would never let anybody go through what I went through.
But Robert, I can understand you feeling the way you do, but sitting here outside the Radford's house is not going to achieve anything.
It was easier when they were in Spain, you know, I could handle it. But now they're back.
This is not healthy.
For me? Or for them?
Well, not a lot. Hashim, the shopkeeper we think's handling them, is keeping his mouth firmly shut.
Yeah, they're probably imported. From the Far East. Right up their alley.
Sounds convenient.
Well, how do you mean? This is just the sort of thing the Radfords would be involved in. Forcing shopkeepers to stock them.
Are you all right dealing with the Radfords?
Of course. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you know what I mean. Old wounds and all that.
Gov, I'll be fine.
The Radfords aren't the only line of inquiry. Somebody else could have smuggled these DVDs in. So I want all other possibilities investigated. You hear what I'm saying?
Loud and clear.
I am not happy.
Look, it's just intelligence gathering.
You know what the DCI meant. Sitting here is not going to get us anywhere. We should be down the coal lane asking questions, seeing if any of those shops are flogging these DVDs.
Yeah, later.
I think we should go.
How's your boy?
What?
I'm serious. Alex, how's he doing?
Well, he's a lot better, I think.
Must take some getting over, eh?
Well, I keep reassuring him it wasn't his fault. He shouldn't have even been there.
You mean if his mates hadn't spiked his drink?
Yeah. Well, Alex wouldn't go with a prostitute. That's why when he realised what was happening, he pushed her away. He didn't know she had a dodgy heart.
That's the eldest son, David Radford. He's as crazy as his old man.
Where are you going?
Yeah? You think that's funny? Eh?
Rob, you think that's funny? No, Rob, that's funny. Leave it, don't do it.
Do you think?
Put it there, don't do it, Rob. No, don't do this. You got a problem, officer? I am not happy.
Look, it's just intelligence gathering.
You know what the DCI meant. Sitting here is not going to get us anywhere. We should be down the coal lane asking questions, seeing if any of those shops are flogging these DVDs.
Yeah, later.
I think we should go.
How's your boy?
What?
I'm serious. Alex, how's he doing?
Well, he's a lot better, I think.
Must take some getting over, eh?
Well, I keep reassuring him it wasn't his fault. He shouldn't have even been there.
You mean if his mates hadn't spiked his drink?
Yeah. Well, Alex wouldn't go with a prostitute. That's why when he realised what was happening, he pushed her away. He didn't know she had a dodgy heart.
That's the eldest son, David Radford. He's as crazy as his old man.
Where are you going?
Yeah? You think that's funny? Eh?
Rob, you think that's funny? No, Rob, that's funny. Leave it, don't do it.
Do you think?
Put it there, don't do it, Rob. No, don't do this. You got a problem, officer? I take it your phone's on the blink. Look, Radford knows we're on to him. He's only about to start handling DVDs from his garage.
Beginning to sound like a stuck record, Ken.
Oh, yeah? What if Radford makes a complaint against you, eh? You're not going to collect evidence sitting there, are you? Look, I'm going to go down the coal lane. I've got a snout there who reckons he knows where the Radfords are storing these DVDs.
See ya.
Suit yourself.
Radford. Surprised to see me?
Not really.
So what's in the box?
It's got nothing to do with you.
We have the right to stop and search anyone we believe with reasonable suspicion that may have anything stolen or prohibited. So open the box. Open the box. David Radford, I'm arresting you on suspicion of distributing counterfeit goods. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention, when questioned, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
It's got a bit longer, innit? I suppose you can remember it all.
Hey, Smithy, you seen Rob?
Yeah, he's got a suspect in interview 3.
What suspect? Oh, no. Don't tell me.
Why don't you just admit to distributing counterfeit DVDs?
Because like I told you a million times, they're not counterfeit.
Okay, show me the proof of purchase.
I don't have it.
So what do you want me to do? Put my hands up and say, okay, you can go?
DC Thatcher, can I have a word?
DCI Meadows has entered the room. Interview suspended. 11:10.
Rob, you know and I know it wasn't necessary to sit outside Radford's house for days on end.
It was a line of inquiry. I thought you said that we...
Well, what about the other lines of inquiry? What about the suppliers, the possible distributors? What about them?
Look, Ken said he was going to check out a lockup on the Coal Lane. And we both agreed that I'd keep an eye on the Radford just in case they try to shift any of the gear.
That's rubbish. You were there because of your personal grudge and no other reason.
Would somebody mind telling me what's going on? Irene Radford is downstairs demanding to see me, alleging her son was falsely arrested by DC Thatcher.
David Radford is under suspicion of distributing a number of counterfeit DVDs.
He was caught with the DVDs in his possession.
The same DVDs Irene Radford claims she has a receipt for. A receipt from a high street retailer's.
I'm being set up. Don't worry, sir. I'll just go and...
You'll do nothing. You'll remain just where you are. I'll handle this from now on.
The superintendent apologises for keeping you waiting.
No problem.
Mrs. Radford?
Morning. Happening. The arrest of your son...
Let's cut the bull, shall we? I know your DC Thatcher is out to get us.
He might be a bit overzealous.
He wants to nail my family because my husband killed his dad. I understand where he's coming from, but I think someone should point out to him that then your lot killed Len. So we're quits. That is, unless you have some hard evidence of nefarious goings-on by my family.
Look, Mrs. Radford.
Well, have you? Of course you haven't. So do yourselves a favour and back off.
I'm confident there'll be no more misunderstandings.
So am I.
I'll get someone to show you out.
Ken?
Hello, Irene.
Oh, you wouldn't mind showing me out, would you?
My pleasure. This way.
I know. Well, apart from a few stones, you haven't changed at all.
Oh, you always said the sweetest things.
When was the last time you nicked me?
Yeah, it was so long ago. I don't care to remember.
You and Rob Thatcher, big buddies, are you?
We work together.
You might want to have a word.
Look, if this is about his dad...
No, it's about Len. Look, his being killed wasn't all a bad thing. He was a bit of a nutter.
Everybody knew that.
All I'm saying is revenge is not on our agenda. I don't hold a grudge. Oh, and, what's this I hear about you sitting outside my house for hours on end? So desperate to see me, were you?
There he is. What's going on? Go and sort him out, will you?
Sure.
Right.
What, turn the engine down, yeah?
I'll see if I can get someone to cut you loose. Sierra Oscar from 661, north exit, Hargreaves Chemicals, Braganza Road. I need fire brigade assistance, man handcuffed to a car. Right, sir. You better tell me what's been going on.
I'm waiting to turn right, and I get shunted from behind. So I get out and I'm ready to take somebody's head off. And what do I see?
Surprise me.
It's very well put together little blonde piece. Big old smile, twinkle in her eyes, you know what I mean?
Go on.
Well, both of us bend down to check out the damage done to her bumper, which is virtually nothing. And then before I know what's going on, she's pulled out his handcuffs and... well, I'm stranded.
And then some fella shows up on a motorbike.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
The bloke on the bike gets into the Mercedes, the blonde gets on the bike, and they both drive off, because you've left your keys in the ignition, leaving you chained to this wreck.
He doesn't look happy.
It's been a nightmare day, Dad. Shut up. Thank you for your assistance, officer. We won't be needing you anymore.
If we want to take the assault further, sir.
Do you think it'd do any good?
Well, maybe if you could give us a full description of the suspects, and maybe if you were a bit more cooperative, we might have a chance of recovering the car.
Don't worry, they'll turn up. Trust me.
But thanks for your help, officer. You said you...
Class, black. Anything you can find out about the Radfords. You know, making threats or offering big money to get it back. Just throw the word out on the street, yeah? I'll check you later.
Any more of your low-life contacts you want to call about this? Maybe the World Service can broadcast an announcement, eh?
Just picking up on what Sheila said. The Radford boys weren't keen for us to find their car.
Of course they weren't. They hate the police. They always have. Doesn't mean they've got the crown jewels in the boot.
Why should I pull out all the stops, eh? I mean, after all, they only killed my dad. You know what? I should be more forgiving.
I won't offer you a drink.
We believe the theft of the Mercedes was part of a series of similar incidents. That's why we're here.
Don't worry. I know why you're here.
I was just saying to DC Drummond that I hope that nothing of value was stolen from the Mercedes. You know, money or important documents. Small packets of white powder.
PC Thatcher, you've tried once before to pin some fiction on my family. And I told your boss I wouldn't stand for it. And he sat you down and told you to behave yourself. You try anything like that ever again, and you will regret it.
All we need from you...
You're going to be the one regretting coming back here in the first place.
Believe me, there are some things you'll never understand, and you'll never get the better of. And you're looking at one now. Isn't that right, Ken, love?
The very first sign that your family is back in business. Drugs, armed robbery, whatever.
You have neither the brains nor the imagination to worry me, DC Thatcher.
Can we please just calm down, yeah?
Why? Call me old-fashioned. But I've never forgiven the Met for killing my husband. You should take him back to his desk before he does something we all regret. Any problems in the future, I will deal with the lovely D.I. Drummond, is it now, Ken?
DC, I'm afraid.
DC Thatcher. How's the family?
Oh, we're just leaving.
You know, something about the smell of pigs always makes me want to throw up.
Enjoy your freedom while you can. Radford. Because it won't last.
Are you threatening me? Hear that, Mum?
Save it, Rob. Come on.
DC, I'm afraid. What the hell was all that about?
We know each other from old, that's all.
Well, she wasn't acting like a woman you once arrested, Ken.
I may have been blinded by her looks once, but nothing ever happened.
Yeah, well, it's a good job for you it didn't.
I know this is personal for you, Rob, but you've got to start thinking like a copper.
Of course it is. You know, I would appreciate a bit more support from you.
What? Who's been sitting on their arse all day, eh? Me. That's support.
Your boy, Alex? Now, didn't he get in trouble with a prostitute? Now, who helped you through that, Ken?
That was different.
Look, you owe me a favour. I'm calling it. Just go along with me on this one. It's all good. Trust me.
I've been here 15 minutes. What are we waiting for?
I've just been speaking to the car hire people, and they've informed me that this car was not registered by you, and you are not a named driver.
No, it was arranged by my brother.
Well, I'm afraid that technically means you're not insured to drive this car.
You having a laugh?
And I'm afraid you're going to have to come down to Sunhill Station with me until we sort this out.
This is a stitch-up.
When stopped, you were in the possession of large sums of cash, which we believe may be the proceeds of crime.
DC Thatcher shows 4 cash-filled envelopes.
Containing approximately...
It's just under 32 grand.
And what was his cash for?
Generous cash donations to charity.
Charity? I've nicked 16-year-old boys with better stories than that.
Jimmy Fellner, Doug Charlton, Callum Fisher and Tony Canberra. Do you deny that each of these gentlemen passed you a cash-filled envelope across a table at the Solway Cafe earlier today?
No, I don't deny that.
And are you aware that each of these gentlemen are known to the police as active criminals?
I said they were generous, I didn't say they were saints.
Cash was found in 4 envelopes in your brother's bag. Can you account for this money?
I'm sure you've asked Wayne already, and he told you what I'm telling you. The money is charitable donations.
And you can verify this?
Yeah. And I'd like it put on record that we have cooperated in every way with these unnecessary inquiries. A certificate of charitable status for the Radford Foundation Blind Trust. Full details and authorised signatories for the registered bank account where the charity's funds are held. Authorised and independently verified receipt copies for all itemised donations made to the Foundation, including those in question today. And a signed statement of disclosure from the independent and indemnified guarantors.
Thank you.
DC Thatcher, I want my brother out of here. Now.
Well, thank you for clearing up any misunderstanding, Mr. Radford. Your brother will be released in due course.
There'll be other times.
That made me laugh.
DC Thatcher made a real mess of this Radford business. But the NSIS report tells us they didn't stop their favourite activities while they were in Spain. Running clubs and pubs, taking part in the local drug scene. And the noise on the streets is that the Radfords are back to organise something big.
I reckon they could be easier to deal with than the Albanians and Turks that moved in when they went away.
Really? Where's this sudden optimism come from?
Well, with the gangs that we deal with now, everybody seems to be everybody else's brother-in-law or cousin.
Which is why it's so difficult to infiltrate these organisations.
Exactly, sir. But the Radfords are a throwback to the old way of doing things. If someone turns up who's been recommended by some old lag, they still take that as a guarantee that they're above board.
So you reckon we should put an undercover officer into the Radford setup?
Until we get a handle on what it is they're planning, we need to gather intelligence from afar and keep the strategy flexible.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. But if we're dealing with the Radfords, we can't involve Rob. Rob, there's been an explosion at the Lord Banbury.
Well, after Nick's gone there.
The super's been injured. We need to get over there. Rob!
Evacuated the buildings either side of the pub. The whole of the area around the pub is now sealed off.
Okay, well, SO13 are on the way.
Do we know what caused the explosion?
The station officer's in there now.
Right, well, it must have been a gas leak.
Well, the witnesses I spoke to, none of them smoke gas. The bystanders are getting agitated, Mum. They want to go home. All right, well, tell them a coach is arriving to take them to hospital. Hey, how are you, Kobe, all right? I haven't had time to think about it.
Did anyone see anything unusual?
Not at the moment, Gov.
Well, it might be a bit of a coincidence, but when I arrived, I saw Wayne Radford driving away.
Could have been a bomb. The Radford family would love to take out a bar full of coppers.
Let's see what the station officer's got to say.
Why don't we just pick up Wayne before he gets rid of any evidence?
Look, this is an SO13 investigation. They'll decide who gets nicked. Now go make yourself useful.
Jack, what's the latest from St Hugh's?
The super's critical.
What about PC Dumbargo?
She's unconscious, but she's stable.
Well, if you don't mind, sir, I'd like to go over there.
Keep me informed.
Gov, I'm going to make my way over to St Jude's to make sure we've got all the details from everyone inside the pub.
Right, I'll take over here. Hey, you've been a bit of a hero, Tony.
Say that, sir.
Hey, don't be modest. He saved the super's life.
How you feeling?
Smoke got to me a bit, but I'll be fine.
Lance?
Yeah, no problem, sir.
I just heard from the station officer. Apparently, an improvised explosives device was planted in the pub. But I also just found this in the super's internal mail.
Black coppers get out, leave Sun Hill or else.
So the bomb could have been meant for the super?
Well, the super's been sent mail like this before. I've been sent one. No. If it's a bomb, we check Wayne Radford.
The Radfords aren't terrorists. Setting off bombs is not their style.
They're cop killers.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to contact SO13. Well, you don't get to be Sun Hill's biggest crime family by putting yourself at the scene.
Well, look, I still don't think that the letter's got anything to do with the bomb.
Yeah, but you've got nothing to prove it, have you?
No, sir.
So far, this is the best lead we've got. We need to find who sent it. DC Best?
Sir, it's my first day in CID today.
Well, let's hope you're as sharp as your suit, eh? Right, first the good news. Superintendent Akara has regained consciousness. It's early days, but the signs are good.
Told you he was a fighter.
Andrea's also regained consciousness, and she's going to make a full recovery.
What caused the explosion, sir?
Well, that's the bad news. Somebody planted a homemade bomb, and it appears that the super was the intended target. He was sent this letter yesterday. It warns that black police officers not welcome in Sun Hill, and the super better leave or else.
You think the attack was racist?
Well, he's had racist hate mail before, and it looks like this was sent by the same person. SO13 will want to talk to everybody who is in the pub. And if anybody has any problems after the explosion, come and tell me, because I'm here to help. Now, the only way to make sure that these people don't win is that we show them whatever they do, we get on with our job. So let's get out and police those streets in the way the super would want them to be.
Sir.
That isn't CCTV from outside the pub, is it?
No, it's from a furniture shop across the street. I know you think I'm obsessed with the Radford family, Gov, but check this out. See that car parking up? It's Wayne Radford, 2 minutes before the explosion. Gets out, goes to the boot, takes a package out, then he heads across the street towards the pub.
The Radfords are far too clever to do their own dirty work. If they did plant the bomb, Wayne would make sure he was nowhere near.
See, look, here comes Inspector Gold, looking for somewhere to park. This is seconds before the explosion. Ah, here's Wayne, turning up again. This time, no package. He sets off seconds after the explosion. Now, I think we've got enough here to ask Wayne what he was doing there and what was in that package.
Well, SO13 have asked me to check this out. I know how much this means to you, and I know you need to put the Radfords away for the sake of your father, so I'm going to put my neck on the line and let you talk to Wayne.
Gov.
But if the Radfords were responsible and you're going to put them away, you're going to have to be professional and behave yourself.
Want a word with Wayne?
What are you accusing him of now?
Just something we want to clear up. Oh, come on. We'll only come back with a warrant.
It's round the back.
Thank you.
So what if I was outside the pub?
We've got CCTV footage of you taking a package out the back of your car.
It's not against the law.
This is serious. Several officers were injured in the blast.
I want them out of my house now, so whatever you were doing, tell them.
I was dropping off your birthday cake, Mum.
Whereabouts?
Mario's. It's a little Italian bistro around the corner from the pub. I was planning a surprise party.
Which you've now spoiled.
That bistro, we'll check it out.
Right. I've had enough of you giving my family grief. You're leaving. And I don't want to see you around here again.
Oh, if you do find that bomber, tell him I'd like to buy him a pint.
I still say Wayne planted that bomb.
Let's wait and see if his alibi checks out first, yeah?
They're a family of gangsters. I mean, the person in the bistro will say whatever they're told to, right?
Look, Rob, I know you've got a history with Radfords, but I think they're in the clear.
Look, mate, you don't know them like I do. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah. When was this? All right, tell them we're on our way.
Cheetham Community Support Centre. Seems our racist attacker might have struck again. Local black councillor, Jerome Taylor. He's been beaten up and told to leave Sun Hill. Sounds like the same nut as...
No sign of graduates at Winifred's. That's the last church on our list. We'll head back to the Nick.
Received.
Why don't we drop in and see the super on the way?
You might be better going on your own. If it was down to me, you still might be in that pub.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Anyway, by the time I'm finished with you, you'll be a chief inspector.
I don't know who taught you surveillance, but you ain't very good, are you?
Your hands off me! Get them off me! Or I'll lick you!
You're on Radford territory now. We make the law.
You won't be so smug when you're behind bars.
Hold him down.
You won't get away with this.
Shut it. You just can't leave us alone, can you? I'm afraid you've had one warning too many.
So what happens now?
We saw you outside the house. I knew if we came out with a couple of bin bags, you wouldn't be able to resist.
Oh, Irene, you're so clever.
See how easy it is for me to kill you?
Listen, lady, if you're gonna do it, then just do it!
The only thing that saved you this time was that there were too many coppers on the patch.
So what's this, huh? A warning?
No, it's a promise. Next time there won't be any chit-chat, you won't know what's hit you.
Bring it on, because I'm not gonna stop until I put you away.
You're not the only one who lost a father. My sons had to go without theirs because they were shot by the police.
Difference is, he deserved it. My dad was doing his job and your husband murdered him.
I do hope you turn up again. Nothing I'd love more than to see you 6 feet under. Get him down.